All right, here we go again, everyone. It's another Game Vault video. I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. We're going to talk about, unfortunately, a little bit more Concord today, but we're also going to talk about this clown right here. So let's just cue up the music and we'll get right into it. So, after Alan Wake 2 failed to turn a profit, the game's senior community manager calls for bigots to be removed from gaming communities. Oh my gosh, look, it's a freaking woman in her 40s or 30s or whatever. She's probably single with a bunch of cats. Right? She probably, probably a family. Oh, look, she's got all her stuffed animals and all that. I am so sick of these tourists in this industry. Get the fuck out of the industry if you can't handle it, lady, okay? We're tired of you people. Senior Community Manager for Remedy Entertainment, Vita Starcevic, calls for bigots to be removed from gaming communities in the wake of Firewalk Studios' Concord being boycotted and shut down due to low sales. The reason that game failed is not because of bigots, okay? First off, the initial reveal showed characters that were despicable. They were gross, they were ugly, they were unattractive. Nobody wanted to play that game when they saw that, right? Oh yeah, you got a few out there like, oh, that looks cool. It's Lizzo in green armor or something like that. But no, for the most part, nobody wanted this game. That's one thing. The initial first impression was bad. First impressions go a long way, and they last a long time in people's memories. You know that. That's the way it goes. Second of all, it's another hero shooter, a 5v5, I guess, this time around. But anyway, it's another hero shooter in a market that has way too many hero shooters, most of which are free to play, but this one was going to cost $40. But they said you're going to get some stuff along the way, so it'll be worth the $40, right? I don't think Sony did a great job marketing it. They did make an awesome controller, though. I'm actually considering buying that controller if it goes down in price a little bit. I'm not spending $85 on that controller. And honestly, I'm not going to get the controller. I mean, it's cool looking. I'd like to get it just for the sake of having it and never pop it out of the box because it is going to be kind of a collector's item one day, I think. But whatever. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Anyway, Nico Partners Director of Research Daniel Ahmad initially reacted to the game being shut down. The comments around Concord from right-wing gamers shows the power of collective self-deception. If you say delusional stuff about DEI enough times and build a conspiracy-focused narrative, they start seeing that false narrative everywhere. I guess we have to live with this now. He added in a follow-up, and of course the underlying emotional response is just standard bigotry and nothing new except now there are grifters putting on a 4-act stage play about how capital owners have gone woke and therefore no longer care about the profit motive for some reason. Well, Daniel, apparently that's the case, dude. Right? So this isn't a conspiracy, and don't try to gaslight people with this garbage. I hate you people because of this. I really do. You disgust me. You gaslight and you try to... Oh, there's nothing going on here. Meanwhile, every single game that's coming out is full of woke garbage. And those people say, "What, define woke, define woke." Go fuck yourself. You know exactly what woke is. I'm tired of trying to define things for you idiots when you change the narrative day after day after day. It's despicable. You want to gaslight everybody? You want to make you think what you think we're not seeing what we're seeing? Every game, strong black woman, usually a lesbian as a main character coming out. It seems like that. Every new game is pushing the LGBT narrative. You're taking characters, iconic characters, you're race swapping them, you're gender swapping them, you're making them gay, trans, all this other garbage that you're pushing onto us. And for what end? And you wonder why your games don't sell. You wonder why no one goes to see your movies. This is why. Look at what's been successful. Look at the monkey game, right? Wukong. 10 million copies in 3 days. Not a single little bit of DEI in there. Look at the success of Stellar Blade. Ripped through the charts. Boom! Great game. Fantastic game. Beautiful protagonist. And no, it's not, oh, you just want to bang the protagonist, you want to bang the characters and all that. Don't be stupid. No one wants to look at ugly people. That's why we don't look at your, no one wants to look at ugly people. I'm sorry. Ugly people are out there. We get it. You got to see them in day-to-day life. It happens. But when you play a game is part of a fantasy. The game is an escape. You want characters that are cool looking. They don't have to be gorgeous. They don't have to be great. I don't want my dudes to be ugly either. I don't want a guy that looks like me. I don't want to play as that character. I'm not looking for validation in a game. I'm not looking for representation in a game. I don't want a 50-year-old overweight asshole as the main character. Okay? I'm just saying. All right? So I definitely don't want any of these other idiots. Podcaster Khalif Adams reacted to Ahmad's commentary and wrote, "Prune all your gardens, push out bad actors, prepare your teams for the current conversation. Zeke East, give your community and social teams autonomy and resources to battle against toxicity. Relay how all of this can impact the bottom line early to investors." Star Savek, who worked on Alan Wake 2, responded to Adams, writing, "What Ka said, but also uplift the good eggs. Protect and support those who need it. Twitter has never been this full of accounts who are peddling hate 24/7. Stop right there. Twitter has always been full of accounts that peddle that hate 24/7. The only difference is it was you assholes peddling that hate. Okay? Everyone who argued against anything woke, any of this leftist Marxist ideology was shut down, banned, ridiculed, and kicked off of it. That's the difference. It has always been peddling hate. Now the hate goes both directions, and you don't like it because it's an even playing field, or at least it's somewhat more even than it used to be. Right? Sucks, doesn't it? Well, guess what? There's a lot more of us than there are of you, and as you can see by the sales, the failures. Alan Wake 2, failure. Why? All you had to do was make a second story that was great and start Alan Wake. We didn't need that bitch in there taking up part of the narrative. As soon as I saw that, I took that game off my list, and I had just finished playing Alan Wake for the first time. Played through it, loved it. I was excited about the second one. I'm like, yep, no, we're done. Unbelievable. But anyway, peddling hate 24/7, but it's still where a lot of good parts of the game's community happen. Prune your gardens and let your flowers grow. Well, let me tell you, there's a lot of weeds in this garden, and you're one of them. And it's time to pull those weeds, throw them out. Get all you tourists out of gaming. You don't belong in here. You absolutely don't belong in here. You've taken what was once a great escape and turned it into a shit show. We've got teams full of women just like her that are trying to make products that are mainly enjoyed by men. And don't tell me 50% of gamers are women. That's not the case. That's not the truth. Okay? It is when you factor in different types of games such as mobile games and all that. But as far as console gaming and PC gaming, there's a lot of female gamers out there. I will not deny that, but it is not 50%. Okay? So don't tell me that. And when you got women designing things to appeal to what is largely a male base, they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to make movies that we enjoy. They don't know any of that. They don't understand. We're simple creatures. We are the simplest of creatures. All right? Give us a fun game. Give us explosions, cool weapons, great looking characters, hot chicks. We're there. Here's my $70. Boom. Oh, you got DLC coming out in a year? Perfect. Here's another 30. Whatever. But no, you got to go all this. It's exhausting having to deal with this crap on an everyday basis. And I'm glad to see the failures. I'm glad to see games like Concord getting shut down and refunded. And I'll be happy when Firewalk Studios is shut down and that professor is out of a job and hopefully out of the industry forever. I'll be glad to see these things happen because these people deserve it. And yeah, there may be good developers on these teams and all that, but they allowed this to happen. They worked on the project. They didn't push back hard enough. They didn't unite together and say, no, we're not doing this. This is bad. This is bad for the game. They're not just robots, right? They're not AI creating these things. These are human beings with feelings and all that. If they felt like this went against what they wanted to do, then they should have left and gotten a job somewhere else and worked for somebody else who didn't push that crap. And I know that's not easy. I know that's easier said than done and all that. Then start your own thing. You know what I mean? If you just give in and do, then you're part of the problem. If you just buy these games and don't push back, you just be like, oh, well, I guess, it's just another Assassin's Creed game, and yeah, it's the same old crap over and over again. Gaming is never going to improve. You have to demand better. Ask for better. Ask for more. Push back against the garbage that these guys are throwing out there. In a subsequent post, she added, getting bigots out of your communities is a band-aid and not a permanent solution. Modeling desired behaviors and championing the kinds of community members you want to be the majority in your community takes effort and time. Start early, practice often, small steps or steps too. Modeling desired behaviors. Oh my god, you guys are just idiots. Ironically, Star Civic appeared to be successful at this given Remedy Entertainment has failed to turn a profit on Alan Wake 2, meaning many gamers chose not to purchase the Sweet Baby Ink infected game. In the company's half-year financial report covering January to June, Remedy revealed at the time of publishing this report, Alan Wake 2 has recouped most of its development and marketing expenses, but that still means there's a loss. Not only did the company reveal that the game had yet to recover its costs nearly a year after release, but the company's CEO, Tiro Virtala, shared that Alan Wake 2 did not yet generate royalties. To add to this, Remedy stopped sharing sales figures for the game, obviously. The game previously revealed that it sold 1 million copies by the end of December 2023. In their business review for January to March 2024, it shared in February, Remedy announced that Alan Wake 2 had sold 1.3 million units as of the beginning of February. Alan Wake 2 sales have continued with a high average price. At the end of the first quarter, the game has recouped a significant part of the development and marketing expenses. You know, games are front-loaded, I think, on how they make their money, right? Most of them are, I would say. You know, people anticipate a new game coming out. It comes out. There's the pre-order group. You know, there's the people that pre-order. There's the guys that day one buy it, whether they get a physical copy or just get it off of whatever digital storefront they want to buy it from and all that. And they buy the game, and they start playing, and they play through it, and boom, they're done. You know, DLC comes out, whatever, they'll get that. So they're very front-loaded. And as the longer game sits out there, the less value it has. And you'll start to see games start to drop their value by a significant amount, you know. 25% off, 50% off, 75% off. Ubisoft is very, very famous for this. We'll probably be seeing the first sale on Star Wars Outlaws by, I would say, October, you know, based on their poor sales. Maybe even sooner, but I would say by October, we'll start to see 25% off on that game. You know, that's just the way it is. So if you haven't recovered your money right in the beginning, then you're probably not going to do it. Or if you do manage to recover your money, you're never going to turn a good profit on it. It's just going to be kind of like a mediocre project. And you got no one to blame but yourselves. You involve Sweet Baby Inc., this cancerous group of people that wants to throw DEI in all the games and ruin everything for the sake of diversity, equity, and inclusion. You don't sacrifice gameplay for that. You don't sacrifice a story for that or the characters for that. It's just absolute garbage, and it doesn't pay, and it happens over and over and over again, and it's never going to stop. Stop throwing your money away, you idiots. Give us decent games, we'll give you our money, and everybody will be happy, and all the people that want to cry about it can go make games like Dustborn, you know? Hey, take some government money and make your little DEI games and all that. And if you sell and one day you hit gold, perfect. That's a wonderful thing. You know, that's great. But don't ruin existing IPs like Alan Wake, you know? And don't put out a game like Concord and expect it to shine when it was garbage from the start. Absolute garbage. Anyway, not only has Alan Wake 2 failed to turn a profit, but YouTuber Madame Savvy exposed Star Civic's own hypocrisy by sharing a number of posts she made revealing she would not have worked for Remedy if Control had a male protagonist. She also made it very clear she engages in discriminatory behavior based on sex and race and is an advocate to make all characters gay. Well, isn't that something? I'm just sick of these people. They're so gross. Vita, I hope you're another one that gets shit canned and out of this industry forever. You're a tourist. We don't need people like you in here. You can call me a bigot. You can call me a racist, a homophobe, whatever it is. You guys have thrown around these words so much and so often for the last 10 years that they mean nothing anymore, and no one's scared of you anymore. No one's scared of being labeled that by you lunatics, because you have shown your true colors. You've shown how crazy you are. You have shown how just unhinged you guys can be. It's freaking amazing. I look at people sometimes. I look at the stuff these people post and the things they want to do, and I'm flabbergasted. I'm an intelligent man, and I'm able a lot of times to look at things from the outside in and say, okay, you know, putting my own personal point of view aside, you know, let me look at this situation and understand it. And I can't understand these people. I can't understand them. I can't get my head far enough up my ass to think like them. I think that's the problem. Anyway, in one post, Starcivic wrote, I joined Remedy Games because I wanted to work on Control, because during my on-site interview, I saw a game with a female protagonist that looked exactly like the kind of game I wanted to champion and build a community around. Thank you to the Control community, always. When asked if she would have taken the job if the game featured a male protagonist, Starcivic replied, a very important part of me taking the job was that it was a game in which you played as a woman. Not exactly a no. In another post from May 2024, she indicated she was specifically requiring influencer management agencies to send her creators based on race and sex. She wrote, something that continues to surprise me about influencer management is while I repeatedly and vocally insist to agencies that they should pitch us diverse creators for paid initiatives, the initial deck proposal I get almost every single time is, wall-to-wall white men, do better. She added, maybe I'm naive, but it's surprising me how I have to say, show me diverse creators, please, in every single brief. I'd expect that in today's media landscape, a diverse range of creators would be a given. It's frustrating that it's not. So you're discriminating against people that look like me. I get it. Okay, that's fine. I guess that's your right, But I also have the right to discriminate against the games that you put out and the garbage that you pump out and not give you my money. Why would I pay money to you, your company, or anything involved with you, knowing these things? Why would I do that when you just shit on me, right? In another post, she made it clear she did not want white men to use what game devs look like. She wrote, I'm saying this with respect for all my fellow devs and hope they come to a space with only good intentions in their hearts. But to me, the what a game dev looks like hashtag might not need quite as many white men participating. We all know that's what game devs look like. Oh man. I wish I was a game dev. I'd be posting that on a daily basis just to piss her off. She is soft. In June 2023, she demanded that corporations give money to gay people. She wrote, the first pride was a riot. Companies aren't your allies. Capitalism isn't your friend. And no kind of consumption under it can be ethical. Ask what brands who post rainbows in June are doing for their LGBTQ employees. The other 335 days, give gay people your effing money. No. That's stupid. I mean... anyway, good. This is almost over. The idiocy just keeps increasing with each new tweet I'm reading, and I'm just getting more and more like I'm ready to vomit at this point. In January 2023, she made it clear she was doing her best to convince writing teams to make characters gay. She wrote, all I do at work is befriend everyone on the writing team so I can then tell them to make every character gay every time it's feasible to bring up, which is more often than you think. If you think this isn't about you, affectionately, yes it is, she continued. It's called direct action. Yeah, what do you make of her comments? Well, I'll tell you what I make of her comments. Remedy's not going to see $1 from me until that bitch is fired. See her, right? Look at that snaggletooth bitch. Until she is fired, they won't see $1 from me. So, you want to remove quote-unquote bigots. I want to remove cancer, okay? And that's what you are, Vita. You're a cancer in this industry. What does cancer do? Cancer destroys. It needs to be removed so that the host can be healthy, and gaming will not be healthy until the cancer of people like you is removed from it. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. No, don't harass this person or anything like that, of course. I don't ever condone that, but just saying, I'm just speaking my mind here, and the disgust I feel for these people is real. It's horrifying, and yeah, she needs to go. I will celebrate that day. I will celebrate when Firewalk Studios is finally closed down and that Professor Idiot's gone and all those other clowns that made Concord. If I have to watch the industry burn to the ground so that something better can come up from the ashes, I will gladly do that. I've got plenty in my backlog to keep me busy for a couple years while that happens. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications. I will see you guys next time. Until then, peace.